The name of the show is Power Source.
No, we back.
Again?
Sorry about that. Somebody hit the screen and completely just lost everything.
Power Source.
So we have three B's, two B-sides, part 1, part 2.
Hey, all right, anyway. Hey, I tell you what, it's the Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. It's Moosehead Big House. We got A. Jeezy up in here. We got Cousin Rob up in here. We got Oscar Kilo up in here. We also got the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I wasn't there, man. That was a dramatic pause.
We definitely noticed you weren't there.
Hey, so I tell you what, on this show, we are going to talk about all the police actions that have been happening, and we're also going to talk about what the heck is happening in sports right now, man. Like it's like. It's like boring time in sports right now, man.
Well, the thing is, man, you got Klay Thompson put up 26 in one quarter last night.
He balled. Okay, that's one night.
But the problem with Golden State, man, is they play on West Coast time. So the game,
you sleep.
You sleep, dude. Yeah. Like we're not catching them games.
Like literally when Klay Thompson are playing, like it's when I'm waking up, turning over.
Like, man, that's still on TV, still on.
Right. And so yeah. So we're gonna talk about sports, man. Football's over, so there's really nothing, and NCAA is over. So now when
Cubs doing pretty good.
When baseball's starting up, but they play 184 games. So when they are like 2-5, we do not care anything about that. And so in NBA basketball, when the playoffs start, we'll be good. Hockey, they're going to start here in a second.
Well, playoffs already. I think it start tomorrow.
No, I was going to say it has started now.
We have no concern about hockey.
Yeah, but okay.
The NBA started on Saturday.
What about this though? So if you watch ESPN, man, they are pushing like soccer,
pushing it hardcore.
We don't watch soccer like that. What do you guys think about the
My cousin would have said, "It's called football, you bastard."
Oh, your cousin who?
Iglesias.
What? No, that's not who it is.
Cousin Iglesias, though.
Iglesias, who's the guy? Who's the guy you just did?
He is the person that talks to you like this, my friend.
I don't understand. Who's the guy that would like that your cousin that would like soccer?
Nigel?
Yeah.
He's all about football.
Just tell us about it.
Calls football.
Can we call him real quick?
We will call Nigel on the phone.
All right,
I think he'll call in tonight.
All right, I'll send. Hey, so what do you guys think about America trying to push football on TV? And then you know what I saw? You know what else I saw? Like the Cricket World Series was on ESPN.
What's the problem with
we
ESPN?
Don't care nothing
they got like 9 channels, so they need programming.
Well, and this is the dead zone. I mean, this is truly the sports kind of dead zone. It's before the NFL draft, before summer camp.
Well, we got, like I said, NBA. Well, it really is after the NBA playoffs is over. So June, the dog days of summer is what they call it.
The dog days.
Hey,
after June 27.
No, hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you the absolutely worst day. The day before and the day after the MLB All-Star game. Yeah. There's nothing. I mean, they literally got to go to somewhere deep, dark in Africa or Sri Lanka to find some sports.
That's why ESPN created the ESPYs. So the day after, you got the ESPYs.
Right. They got to do something. All right. So, give me the rundown, guys, of your – what is that?
It's a blind dude that's driving the plane. He's going to crash to the mountains.
We can't see that.
Too soon.
It is too soon. All right, so tell me about the state of sports right now. What do you guys think about Spieth, man? 21 years old. Now listen up. Here's the deal. They get pissed, right? And I'm gonna use the word pissed because 7 guys from Kentucky are quitting college to go to the NBA. This guy quit college to play golf, and nobody says a word.
Well, we know what that's about.
What you mean?
It's about nobody cares that tennis players leave and play when they're 16, 17 to go pro. But the NBA is different, man, because
You're not say what you got to say.
There are some undertones. Let's just say
of what? Are you nervous?
Racial old undertones when it comes to NBA players in particular.
Right.
That's why a lot of people don't like. They prefer the college game over the pro game because the first thing people say about college is the coaches run the programs, whereas the NBA, all the players got control, and they don't like that control factor, man.
All right.
Players get coaches fired in the NBA. In college, everybody's talking about Tom Izzo. That's what you heard with Tom Izzo, Final Four. But nobody looked at that 3 of the top teams was out of this bracket. That's why he went to the Final Four.
All right, so Oscar Kilo, I'm sure you have a thought about the college game from the Mark Cuban perspective. What you got, man?
Well, I mean, a couple folks this week weighed in on this. The Connecticut's women's coach, as well as
Gino Auriemma,
as well as the Cube, all weighed in on it and said, "I'm sorry." Right,
it's wild, dude. It's terrible.
One, they definitely need to
a mic.
decrease the shot clock
to 24 seconds.
Absolutely,
man.
They need to decrease the shot clock.
Wide the lane.
Wide in the lane. And Mark Cuban pointed out good. It said today that the men's college game is not preparing players for the NBA. They are so ill prepared at the pace
of the
sheer
game.
pace of the NBA game, because they come out, they're wanting
pass
to hold
the ball,
back, pass it. They're wanting to and they're just not prepared.
I knew Jeezy would love this conversation because he can't stand it. Hey, here's the thing. All right, so as a basketball coach, I'm gonna say, man, I love passing around whatever.
That's weak.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, you got to get an open shot,
dude. No,
I think AAU basketball is killing college.
AAU is more,
which is killing the NBA.
AAU is more a closer product to the NBA than college basketball is.
How so?
Because college AAU basketball is more of a free flowing. You see athletes.
Big C down there.
You see athletes being athletes. In the college game, they slow the game down and everything's kind of mucked up. So
when the NBA was at its peak, did you see a lot of one-on-one basketball when the NBA was at its peak? Now, don't get me wrong. With superstars in the league now, the superstars make the organization millions of dollars. But when NBA basketball was at its peak and everybody watched it, it was when it was a team ball, a team game.
But they still wasn't.
If
you go back and watch those games from the 80s and 90s, even with the great defensive teams, they were still scoring 120, 110, 115.
Team effort, though.
No, it wasn't, because you had more. You had people doing what they supposed to. They made more shots. Everybody was
you didn't
good.
See guys
right. The game was better because the players were better.
However,
you didn't see guys in the league in the 80s taking 40 shots though. That never happened.
But the thing is, what happens is, as players got better and more athletic, like in the 80s, we can wax poetic the 80s, and as much as I love Michael Jordan, but yeah, Michael Jordan was not going up against the caliber athlete that's out there today, because the athlete. I mean, if you watch those old videos from the 90s, he's dunking on Kelly Tripucka. Okay, Kelly Tripucka would not make the NBA today.
The way the game is played now,
Gene
Jordan
Banks
would average 40 points a game. The way
you know what, man? As much as I want to say, as much as I
physical play in the lane, they would average 40.
As much as I want to agree with you, I don't know if he will average 40 a game. As much, I'm a Michael Jordan, but the reason why I say that is the athleticism of the players today. Now, they're not better than Jordan. They don't take the game as serious than Jordan, but the sheer athleticism.
Let's take a guy like Charles Barkley, 6'5", 6'6", power forward.
Do you think Patrick Ewing could play today?
He dominated the game. Let's not even go Patrick Ewing, because big men should dominate. I agree with that. But 7-footers should dominate the game. Charles Barkley, 6'6", 20 points, 16, 17 rebounds, athleticism, run the floor.
He's not doing that today.
He would kill the
game.
He's not.
I'm gonna tell you why he's not. Do you not understand that he's playing against Otis Thorpe, dog? Otis Thorpe is not like it's easy because we watch the NBA today to kind of crap on a product because these guys we think that I can do that. Dog, no, you can't, dog.
No, hey, this Moose will get big. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Do you see how fast Russell Westbrook? Like Michael Jordan cannot guard Russell Westbrook, dog. Dude,
I feel,
Michael Jordan cannot stop. Do you see how fast Russell Westbrook go from coast to coast?
So I feel like that you have several players that played back in the 80s or so that could definitely compete today. Yeah. Barkley being one of them. Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, all those guys. Yeah. Those guys were different. Yes, the also rans. So if you have like a Seth Losha and all those guys now, you know what? They are a little more athletic than those second run guys.
You put Seth Losha in the 80s, he's averaging 30.
Right, but he's not anymore because the police beat him up the other day and he got his ribs busted.
I disagree with that.
Hey man, speaking of that, if you got a game, don't be out partying at 4 a.m. the night before your game if you're in the NBA.
That is a bad decision.
That is not necessarily true, but go ahead.
You should not be out partying.
Well, first of all, I play at 8 o'clock at night.
But
so
you
I
got
can
practice before then.
You have a walkthrough, and that's not even near practice. Like we as fans, we have our perception of what we think they should do as fans. But as somebody who have played college ball and who have been around people who played in the pros, it's nowhere near what we think. What we think goes on.
I've been there too. I mean, I get it.
What we think happens doesn't happen. See, when we watch it, the thing is, we get caught up, and it happens to me. We get caught up into the commentary of the game. Oh, I saw him in the gym earlier shooting around. We had a talk with him. Their job on TV is to tell a story to us, to bring the game, to make it more entertaining. Half of that stuff is fluff and is bullshit. Half of it is bullshit. They don't do that.
Hey man, you listen to me. This is Moose. I completely get
Jordan
Jeezy.
Went to Atlantic City before the playoffs. Jordan was smoking cigars on the way to the game, dude. So that's stuff that we never saw. But Jordan being in his car, hitting a stogie, driving to the game, dude.
I completely get that.
You smoking for the game? I was taught, don't smoke, don't drink. Jordan's eyes be like doo-doo brown because he be drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he looked like he had some amber irises in his. His eyes was straight red. Stop signs.
No. Here's what I'm saying. I completely get that. I understand that if you're a certain amount of athlete, you are going to take certain privileges before the game and all that. I totally get that. But all I'm saying is at some point you got to say, hold on a second, man, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I can't be out.
Dude, but Moose, what you need to realize is to them, to us, we like, championship. To them, it's like, dude, it's a job. It's a job, man. They don't care about winning. Why do you think these jokers be going to these sorry teams? You don't know why? They paying me the most money. It don't make no sense. Like you see these dudes, free agents, be like, yeah, I'm going to play for Jacksonville. In our mind, you like, why would you go to Jacksonville? Because Jacksonville is paying me. I don't care about winning. It's not about winning with me. It's about money. It's about cash as many checks as I possibly can, dude. Carmelo didn't go to the Bulls. Know why? Because 50 million reasons why he didn't go to the Bulls. Everybody at this table can say the Bulls was the best opportunity for him to win a title. It's not about a title. Carmelo. It's a Steve Nash. Yeah, I will retire for the Lakers, but guess what? $9 million. I'm not retiring.
Make that money.
It's about money to us. It's the truth. Like we don't want to believe that they playing just for the money. No, they playing just for the money. That's why the Nuggets was like 1, 2, 3, 6 weeks.
Make that money.
All right, so check this out. Hey, GM, what's up, baby?
What's going on, fella?
What's good,
man? You got. I don't know what you got to do. You can turn that up real quick.
Try it again, GM. You there?
I'm here. What's going on?
There we go.
Hey, so tell me what's going on, man.
Yeah, what's going on, GM? No, why is it?
You guys at the front page?
Yeah, we're live at the front page. But you got to roll.
Okay.
We got to let you go.
Well, what's going on is, will the Pacers make the playoffs?
Okay, the Pacers. What's up with them?
Well, I don't think they're
struggling tonight.
Well, I'm just asking, will them, the Bull? Hey, me and Jeezy's team did the Pacers a favor last night.
Yeah, we did.
But what you got? You guys beating New Jersey? Oh, good job. We appreciate that, man. You got to go faster, Booker. We got to let our GM. We got to let you go, baby. Can you hear us?
GM, can you hear us?
I'm good, man. I said all I needed to say, man. I just came in on the tail end of the show.
Okay. Hey, check this out, folks. This is Moose, aka Big House, man. I'm up in here in the front page,
I agree with that. Why is it last we had the one person call up and she was flowing with the conversation like, man, we get GM, we get pregnant pause.
GM comes back, man.
We get pregnant pause after pregnant pause. It's like, dude, like, come on, dog. That's all I got to say. What?
Hey, this is Heavy's radio show, man. You're calling. This is the B-side.
GM, man. Listen,
B-side.
GM, listen to the show before you call up, man. And come in on the conversation, dog.
This is the B-side. Hey, you can reach us on Heavy's radio show on Instagram and Facebook. Also on Twitter at Heavy _hitters. Yeah, you can also catch the phone number 317-67.
Heavy.
Again, that phone number is 317-67.
Heavy.
Cousin Rob, that number is 317-67.
432-89.
I told you 89 something.
You didn't know the 432 part. Hey, so listen up, guys. Jim, call back. We'll get you on here.
You're not listening.
Hey, the police actions, man. All right, so Oscar Kilo, I want you to give us a rundown of these latest police action shootings. Now, listen, do not give us the race. I do not want the race because guess what? It's a game show. It's the spontaneous game show. Do not give us the race.
Am I giving you also like what happened to these people or no?
I want you to give us the police action shooting and what city.
I mean, these aren't all shootings, though.
The police action.
Here we go. So in San Bernardino County, California.
San Bernardino or Bernardino.
Bernardino. Sorry. Bernardino. An individual was finally apprehended after carjacking a car, then got on horseback, and the cops apprehended him via helicopter. And after they had him in handcuffs, proceeded to beat the hell out of him.
Nice.
What race was he?
I think he was a Mexican.
Jeezy?
Mexicano.
I'm not going to play. I already know what he was.
All right, you want to pass the mic to the league? What race was he?
Latino.
All right, and that was Monsky and Savvy.
I'm going to go with Puerto Rican.
All right.
Just throw it out there.
It's California.
It's California, though. That's not New York.
You never know.
You never know.
Never know.
They travel and multiply. Holy cow. Hey,
wow.
I'm going with, I know that was horrible. I can't believe I said that.
Wow.
I'm going with Pilgrim because I can't remember. Go.
It is a Pilgrim. That is a
ding, 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 ding.
Ding.
Next one, Charleston, South Carolina. Officer pulls over an individual. The individual flees from the car and is later gunned down, and this individual is unarmed. Name that.
I'll take that for. I'll take black man for 100.
I mean,
I'll take black man for 1,000.
I mean, that of course is what. That of course is a softball. I mean, that's
right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that is Walter Scott. It was just buried yesterday.
They're bringing that back, by the way.
Yeah, that definitely an African American.
All right, he's black.
Here we go. He's black.
Yeah.
Next one, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
2 deputies go to arrest an individual in a drug bust gone bad.
Wow.
And the officer thought that he was pulling his taser, and he shot him with a pistol. Name that race.
He's a black man.
Black guy.
And the league also says he's a black guy as well. And I agree, too. He's a black guy.
And that would be a black guy.
Ding, ding, ding.
How do you mistakenly grab your taser, the gun, and not your taser?
They're on opposite sides of your body.
Even if they were on the same side, which I have seen them on the same side, they are completely different weight. They completely everything about them. A 9mm is not going to be
40 cal. Typically, a 40 cal and a taser is different.
How old was that officer? Was he like old? Like,
he was past 70 years
old.
Yeah,
that's the other thing too. Like I heard that. I was like, wow.
He was like cholesterol medicine, walker, 40 cal, boom. Sorry for you.
But know what though? In his defense, I will say this: at least he showed remorse when he did. He was like, oh, he knew. If you watch the video, he knew he messed up.
He knew he messed up, and the officer that was with him though was kind of rude. I mean, he was like, The guy's like, I can't breathe. I've been shot. And the officer was like, fuck your breath. And the
What?
the guy that actually shot him said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I mean, he genuinely was like,
yeah.
He genuinely made. I don't say he made a mistake, but yeah, he has some remorse.
And I was talking with Moose, aka Big House, on the way in.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's happened since Ferguson that is very interesting. Both South, yes, aka I got a woman. Both of these instances
you guys are messed up.
where the guys have been gunned down. Those police officers are charged. The guy in Tulsa is charged with second-degree manslaughter. The guy in South Carolina is getting charged with murder. I mean,
murder
that's
one. Yeah,
murder one. So I mean,
will he be convicted? Is the question.
Oh, I think the guy in South Carolina.
They're gonna throw the book out.
100%. He's gonna get.
If he get off, though, the world will explode.
Yeah, no, it'll be bad. And then the last one.
Yeah.
Who's next?
The last one that I got that was a pretty big deal is officers raid a house. They were there with Child Protective Services. Raid a house, Child Protective Services. They had the female in handcuffs. She was the issue. In handcuffs, she's 9 months pregnant. She's against the counter, so no movement. She smarted off to the deputy, and the deputy proceeds to start punching her multiple times.
I saw the video.
And in the back of the head.
I can't answer because I saw the video.
Name that race.
Black chick.
That's Pilgrim.
What did you say, Cousin Rob?
Cousin Rob said black chick.
I said Pilgrim.
They raided a house.
They raided a house.
DCS is involved.
Yep.
I said Pilgrim.
Black people.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wait, here we go. Last guess.
Oh,
are you Googling? Are you phoning a friend?
No. I was going to use a lifeline. No. I would say Hispanic. I'm just going to throw that one out there, too, yeah.
I appreciate your United Nation vote.
Right.
This was a Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pilgrim and her.
I saw the video.
That was there, also a Pilgrim. So there were
the reason we gave away was smart off to the cop.
Yeah. The only Africans that were in this particular, the only black people that were in this particular situation were some of the police, but not the one throwing the punches.
Not the one that was punching in the back of the skull.
Throwing the punching. I just want to be.
Hey,
anytime the word "smart off to the cop" is a dead giveaway, dude. Listen to the clues.
Hey, hold on a second. So did we talk about the one where where Mosky posted one today where they were in the talk about that one.
So here's the last one. This got posted today. It's gone viral, going around Facebook. There was a gentleman who was acting the fool in a fast food restaurant.
But in the video, he's down on his knees complying.
They've already got him on his knees, but he had been already destroying the fast food restaurant. The cop shows up. He's huge. Cops show up. He's on his knees. They had him at one point. Now, this one officer, super fat, was absolutely no way in hell he's going to fast.
He
slipped.
Oh, shit.
But he had the guy. They had him on the ground. They had a
cuff. They had a cuff on his.
One cuff on him. The knee was in the back. The fat guy slipped. And what happened? He got up, started swinging on the cops, and they tasered him twice. He still kept going.
Dude walked straight through the taser.
Still kept going. Got on the parking lot. Two more officers showed up.
He started slapping the other guy, not the big dude. He started slapping the other dude in the head.
Don't notice there was no bullets to the back. Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is if he's a black man slapping the guy in the head, he's dead. I'm putting it out there. This is Moose. This is Moose, a.k.a. Big House.
Okay.
And if this guy's a black guy and he's slapping this officer in the head in this Jack in the Box or wherever they were, they would have shot him dead.
I'll say this, I don't. Based off history, you can say that, but I don't want to draw that parallel because it's a different city, different officers. Now, if it was the same cop, in the same situation
in South Carolina,
it's hard to draw that parallel, man.
The thing of it is the motives behind his actions. He was just asking people if they was going to eat their cornbread.
Yeah, he was Debo.
And you know what he said? He said, hell no, I'm from New York City.
You going to eat your cornbread?
Hell no, I'm from New York City. You can't have my cornbread.
Oh, yeah, y'all funny.
Anybody ever seen Life, the movie
Life
Yeah,
is
yeah.
one of the best movies.
You going to eat your cornbread?
Jang-a-lang.
And right, is that what Can't Get Right?
Just say watch. Say
Can't
watch. If
Get
I
Right.
see your mom saying watch, I'm just going to whoop your ass.
All right, so
better
let me
say
ask you
small
this.
clock.
All right, so listen up. So I mean, I feel like this guy would have got gunned down if he was a brother. That's
See,
all I'm saying,
But as
man.
the pilgrim on the show, I'm not just
What
saying this
city was it?
This was in Arizona.
Arizona.
This was in Arizona. It was in Arizona.
It was Arizona.
All right. So listen to this. In Arizona, they don't even celebrate Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They do now because they had to get the
Since
Super Bowl.
when?
Since like 90 something. They wanted
No way. It was not no 90 nothing.
Since they wanted a day off.
Dude, again, you can look it up because they wanted the Super Bowl,
Yes.
and the Super Bowl would not go there because they wouldn't do that.
They
I
got it
don't
now.
celebrate Martin Luther King's Day, so
I mean, if you think about it, nobody really celebrates it no more. It's
Not really.
It becomes a black holiday. It's called a floating holiday.
A floater.
Yeah.
floating holiday.
Just remember this, Moose. When Jeezy speaks, I don't make it up. Trust me, I know.
That's not true.
Well, name me one time where I was actually wrong.
Anyway, it's not us right now. Go.
But-
All right, so keep going.
But I'm just saying, as the pilgrim, the resident pilgrim on the show,
The
I want to
res-
say that just to make a pejorative statement like if he was black, he would have got gunned down, I think that's incorrect. I think we need to look up the actual stats on police action shootings. Do more white people get killed in a year by the police than black people? I'd actually like to see that stat. Just raw
That
numbers.
it would be an
Raw
interesting
numbers,
stat.
and then I'll stand corrected. But to say that every police force in all of the United States, which there's like 3,000 and some police forces all across the country, to make a statement like just because he was white or black, I mean, I think that it depends on the situation.
What happens is with our smartphones, the thing that we look at is we always get caught up in looking at our Facebook feed.
Yep.
So
Can't look at that for news.
obviously in our Facebook feed, it will be majority of people like us. So a lot of the stories will be like us. But if you have a lot of crossover and you go to their Facebook feed, then it's the same stories. But like you say, the Pilgrim girl was pregnant, getting punched in the head by the cop. You know what I mean? Like the dude on the horse. Like the problem is it's a lower socioeconomic problem.
Nothing to do with race.
Not as much as a racial problem. Our unarmed black men getting gunned down. I stand by this. Trayvon Martin is the only one so far that I see that was like, that's fucked up. The rest of them was like, dude, like you was running. I mean, like you put yourself in the position. Cop was wrong. Don't get me wrong. Cop 100% wrong for using deadly force, but you escalate the situation by not following
Being
the
compliant,
orders.
not being
the same
compliant.
thing with the if y'all seen the video with the pit bull with the Rottweiler, dude was walking his dog. Cops handling somebody else. He stands there running his mouth. The cops like, look, go away. This has nothing to do with you. He had his dog there. He's still running his mouth. Cop like, look, go away. So dude walks away to his car, puts his Rottweiler in the car. He gets back out of his car, walks back over there and starts talking to the cops again. Dude was like, look, man, like, are you serious right now? Go fucking move on. So the dude didn't want to move on, so he was like, no, you under arrest. So they put dude in cuffs. His dog goes ballistic in the car, busts out of the car. The cops was like, pop, pop, pop.
I remember you talked
Put
about
the dog down, dude. Dude crying. So now I'm reading the feed. Everybody like, oh, pigs, shooting the dog. I'm like, dude, did you not see the cop give him like 9 times? Like, dude, what are you doing, man? They got nothing to do with you. Like, move on. If you aggravate people at their job, dog, it's your fault when things happen.
Here's the thing that I wanted to throw out there like this. Cousin Rob, heavy hitters, call us up on the show if you want to comment on this. The media continuously portraying police officers like they're shooting people. It could cause negative effects.
Yes.
I mean, it could cause negative backlash on a population that vastly outnumbers the police. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point of what you don't want to happen, is that people just stop respecting police officers and the power that they have, because it's like if the people as a whole see police officers as deadly, you're going to have everyone running and damn near shitting on themselves every time they run a stop sign. Hey, I just want to give you this $30 ticket for a stop sign, $50 ticket for a stop sign violation, but here you are acting like you ready to shoot me.
Yeah.
That's going to cause problems, man. I mean, you don't want,
anarchy.
I've got the perfect answer. Everybody that's a police officer has to be biracial. That would destroy
I'm not
all
sure what
bigotry.
just happened.
That would destroy everything. What do you think?
I like it. I mean, I don't think it'll happen, but
how would pretty tough.
I like how you're thinking, though.
It'll be tough to implement.
I definitely like how you're thinking.
Everybody's biracial.
Hey, so all right, so going back to sports, I can't believe GM didn't call back, man. Savvy's Red Show. Did you have something, Savvy?
Yeah, I was still on that subject about the police.
Hey, man, quit moving the mic around like you're Jay-Z.
Yeah, for real. I'm watching you like, shit. Shit, man.
It's The Rock.
Yeah, you got to say you JB, the homer.
You would have to take some type of assessment on your thoughts and beliefs without no one else seeing the test. Like it particularly pertains to you when you take the test. So say if Jeezy takes the test, I'm not going to get the same test that he takes to be a police officer.
Okay.
Meaning your thoughts on.
Hey, every time your head turns, the mic goes with you.
Your thoughts on how you deal with on certain aspects of crisis situation. So if he's say okay goes, go do it.
Do you guys want to know what happens? I can tell you what happens. You want to hear?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so the first thing you do is you take a MMPI, which is a Minnesota Multifaceted Personality Inventory. There's typically about 3,000 people in that test. After that test is taken, when you come back, there's about 100 people. Okay? The personality inventory will essentially take away the folks that are not thinking necessarily correctly in whatever the police force is looking for. All right, so once you take that test and those 3,000 people and then those 100 people come back, then there is a board test. That board test is with 4 officers that are sitting at a table, and the person is sitting approximately 15 feet from that table, and they ask you a series of questions that you must ask on the spot, and there's no way that you can even prepare for the test. Some of the questions are, what do you do if you stop your brother for speeding? What happens if you come upon a crash site? This was the big one. What happens if you come upon a crash site and it's your family and someone is decapitated? What do you do?
I would say that's a hell of a question.
All right, so then after you pass the board certification, and those 40 people come back out of the 100, then you start the physical portion of the test of the situation, and you are in class at that point. After those 10 people drop out or so, then there is a physical and mental test that happens, but you also start other training as well. So that's the way you become a police officer. Okay.
I feel like the test needs to have more scrutinized to the aspects of the situation, like. Do you know which gun to pull? Do you know your taser gun from your gun?
You practice all that. Now, that guy, in that situation, that guy was a reserve officer, which he's gone through the same training.
So he basically got shot by a volunteer.
Not a volunteer, but a part-timer.
He has police powers that he was trained. He was trained the exact same as everybody else.
Right.
But when he was off. So you got to think about this. When police officers are police officers, they have arrest powers 24 hours a day. When you are a volunteer like this guy, you only have arrest powers when you're working. You see what I'm saying? So like a guy in the car that has a badge on his car. You know what I'm saying? Has a marked car. When their cars are marked, they can arrest you 24 hours a day. This guy can only arrest you when he's working.
I'm saying, do you ever think it's, hey, he looks like Tyrone. He used to bully me back in high school. I'm going to pull his ass over. Fuck him.
Could that happen? Yeah.
I guarantee it. Please have something wrong with your driver's license.
Could it happen? Yes,
I can vouch for that. That's happened to me. You know, a guy I went to school with. He pulled me over and said I was ran a stop sign and it was a yield sign. Yeah. It's happened to me.
You mean that yield sign back there, asshole?
I was never a bully. I actually grew up with the kid in the same neighborhood, but you know,
you must have ate the last cracker or something.
Hey, we don't talk about. I had a joke there. I just left it.
I knew you was going with it.
You know what happened? I looked at Oscar Kilo, man. I just left it because I respect him.
How much time do we have?
Hey, I tell you what, man. It's the Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. This is Moose at Big House, man. We're on Spreaker.com. Also check us out on Independent Radio.
Brews and reviews.
Yeah, well, we kind of did that. Do you have any?
What'd you do your brews and reviews on, Jeezy?
Daredevil. He did on Daredevil. All right, so
I'm gonna add in Mortal Kombat X for that brews and reviews.
What's up?
Video game? The video game?
All right, go. What's your name?
This is Savvy, and I would have to say the Mortal Kombat X has got to be by far the greatest fighting game ever released. Ever.
You said Mortal Kombat X.
Yes, Mortal Kombat 10.
Now, you know what? I like, is that like, that's like Get Over Here.
Jason Voorhees is in it?
Jason Voorhees is in it. They brought back a lot of other characters, added a few new ones in. Jackson's got a daughter. Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade have got a daughter. She's on the game. When I say the characters, the fatalities, the moves, the matches, the boards that they're on, everything.
The fatalities is easy to do.
Yeah, that's the part that's hard.
This is where there's a kicker to it for gamers that don't really know how to play the game or who's coming fresh. And I think it's a spoiler. You can buy a $4.99 download for your game to do easy fatalities.
Yeah, to me, that makes the game more fun. Just give me the one button fatality. And I'm with that.
I'm not trying to do an up, down, left, right, left, right.
On those, it gets ridiculous.
Select start. I'm not doing that.
It was a lot harder. I mean, when you had like the Nintendo.
One button fatalities, man. Remember that? Oh yeah, old SmackDown on.
When you had to memorize like 8-button different combinations, they were different for everybody.
Player.
That was just too hard.
It's brutal, man. I gotta go to work. I gotta go work, pay bills, look at little terrible drawings that I have to build character with by saying, "Yes, that's beautiful."
You know what though?
And you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody got time for all that memorization, dog.
The easy fatality, I think, is worth the $5.
Yeah, I'm paying $5 for that.
$5.
It's worth the $5, dude.
Yeah, got to stand half a body length away.
Know it. That's why they probably could have got 10 for it.
Boy,
like you would think like it's $10, but I get to push one. But you'll play it for 2 hours. Like, you know what? Damn this.
I do have a brews and reviews. Yeah, damn the difficult gameplay. Game of Thrones came back on this past Sunday, and I am an avid watcher.
Yep.
This season, they're touching on a lot of different aspects that they kind of left off with a couple seasons ago, and I'm excited about that. I do have a complaint. The Dragon Queen, which if anyone looks at Game of Thrones, yeah, she's Daenerys. Like, the one thing that set her apart was the fact that she has dragons. Now, she's, like, afraid of her damn dragons, and it's so annoying to me, man. Like, you know, like, look, she's not afraid. She hasn't been afraid of anything else. Stop being afraid of your own damn pets.
But in a way, it adds a layer of complexity in that she was raising them, and that's what helped her get to that point.
Right.
And now she's created this monster that she can't control. I mean, I kind of like that part of it.
Kind of like that, huh?
That it's,
she's afraid of all of her dragons.
Well, is it that what she used to get there, now to go to the next level, she's out of control.
Yeah, like... But where did the fear come from, though? Like, that's the whole point. She hasn't been afraid of anything.
Transition that well is what you're saying.
Yeah, man. Like, so that I don't like that. But overall, I'm giving Game of Thrones 1.5 brew.
I'll give it 1. I'll give it 1 brew.
So I know they got time to. What gets 0 brews is the leak. Somebody leaked out the first 4 episodes of Game of Thrones, and I'm excited about it. I've already watched next week's episode, which is how it should be.
Can somebody explain to me how shows like Daredevil on Netflix get paid? And the reason why I asked it because everybody played at $9, so it's like 1,000 shows.
That's how much bread Netflix got. You got to think Netflix has spawned a whole generation, a whole genre of apps and channels that allow the same thing, and then Netflix itself is worth billions. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they've generated enough money to say, hey, you know what? Let's get our own programming in here and get more.
Well, they also sell their user list. So when you sign up, I mean, to advertisers that, they all know that you watch these kind of movies. Yeah. They can email you.
Yep, exactly.
They're selling that as well.
I guess
your spam bill has
I guess
20,
Daredevil has a $50 million budget, that's a lot for it.
That's not a low budget, yeah.
$50 million. That's high.
But that's
for a TV show. No, that's what I'm saying. $50 million
but
for
you got to think. You got to think about this. Think about how many Netflix subscribers there are, and that you pay a monthly fee.
Yeah,
so $50 million. They probably paid for that in like 1 week.
So that's why I was looking at like I'm tempted to get the WWE Network, man, but I just can't pull the trigger on that $9 yet.
How much is that a month? It's $9.
But you get all the pay-per-views for $9.
On the WWE Network, you gotta pay for nothing else?
Nope. It's all included in the. So I'm like, no, that's what I'm saying. I get all the pay-per-views for $9. WrestleMania for $9. Yeah,
that's another brewing review that I wanted to do. The availability of programming that's available to us as consumers. Hold on, we got live here on the Heavy Hitters Show live. Is this a beheading right here, dog?
That would be a beheading. Why are we watching this? I mean, honestly,
why are we that was brutal, dog.
Why are we watching this?
Well,
that's where right there, man. It's like,
is it a movie?
No, it's the real deal.
Nah, it was the real deal, dog.
I just don't know why.
From where? Like from
ISIS.
That's stuff you send me all the time. I'm like, dude, I'm not looking at that.
I don't send you that. I've never seen that. That's the first time I've ever seen that before.
Hey, man.
I saw a lady working out.
That was brutal. That was brutal.
I sent you a lady working out.
Man, we watch stuff here on the Heavy Hitters that hit heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to hit heavy. That's why I like the American judicial system, because we're not over here chopping people's heads off, nor do I think I hold a position in life to cut the next man's head off. So, I mean, you know what I mean? He can have – that's it, man. Like, what just happened? I'm not surprised, though. You know what I mean? So, that ISIS cutting off heads, I'm not doing that, dog. I've got other issues to do. So, yeah. Big ups to everybody that plays Mortal Kombat, Heavy Hitters.
Hey, I tell you what, man.
2015.
This is Musake Big House, man. I'm up in there for sure. It's Heavy Hitters radio show for A. Jeezy, Cousin Rob, man, Oscar Kilo, and the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And we got Big C in the house, too, man. He's up in there. He's watching the game. Hey, man, we're up in here, man, Tuesday nights. Check us out. We are where you are. So get comfortable. Yeah, none of that works. Please.